Science, from Latin scientia, meaning knowledge, is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe. Contemporary science is typically subdivided into the natural sciences, which study the material world, the social sciences, which study people and societies, and the formal sciences like mathematics. The earliest roots of science can be traced to the works of ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians, whose contributions entered and shaped Greek natural philosophy of classical antiquity. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, knowledge of Greek science deteriorated in Western Europe during the Middle Ages, but flourished in the Islamic Golden Age. The recovery and assimilation of Greek works and Islamic inquiries into Western Europe from the 10th to 13th century revived natural philosophy, which was later transformed by the scientific revolution that began in the 16th century as new ideas and discoveries departed from previous Greek conceptions and traditions. The scientific method soon played a greater role in knowledge creation, and it was not until the 19th century that many of the institutional and professional features of science began to take shape. Modern science is typically divided into the three major branches that consist of the natural sciences, example biology, chemistry, and physics, which study nature in the broadest sense. The social sciences, example economics, psychology, and sociology, which study individuals and societies. And the formal sciences, example logic, mathematics, and theoretical computer science, which study abstract concepts. There is disagreement, however, on whether the formal sciences actually constitute the science, as they do not rely on empirical evidence. Disciplines that use existing scientific knowledge for practical purposes, such as engineering and medicine, are described as applied sciences. Science is based on research, which is commonly conducted in academic and research institutions, as well as in government agencies and companies. The practical impact of scientific research has led to the emergence of science policies that seek to influence the scientific enterprise by prioritizing the development of commercial products, armaments, healthcare, and environmental protection. History. Science in a broad sense existed before the modern era and in many historical civilizations. Modern science is distinct in its approach and successful in its results, so it now defines what science is in the strictest sense of the term. Science in its original sense was a word for a type of knowledge, rather than a specialized word for the pursuit of such knowledge. In particular, it was the type of knowledge that people can communicate to each other and share. For example, knowledge about the working of natural things was gathered long before recorded history and led to the development of complex abstract thought. This is shown by the construction of complex calendars, techniques for making poisonous plants edible, public works at the national scale, such as those which harnessed the floodplain of the Yangtze with reservoirs, dams, and dikes, and buildings such as the pyramids. However, no consistent conscious distinction was made between knowledge of such things, which are true in every community, and other types of communal knowledge such as mythologies and legal systems. Metallurgy was known in prehistory, and the Vinca culture, which was the earliest known producer of bronze-like alloys. It is thought that early experimentation with heating and mixing of substances over time developed into alchemy.